Hey there. Welcome back to the channel, where we dig up the juiciest oddities, the quirkiest phenomena, and everything in between. I'm your anonymous host, the one with all the secrets. And today, oh boy, do we have a spine-tingling tale to unravel. Buckle up, folks. As we delve into the hair-raising world of the black-eyed children. Things are going to get spooky, so keep your security blanket close by for this one. Imagine coming face to face with children who could make the Addams Family look like the Brady Bunch. We're talking about black-eyed kids. These pint-sized paranormal creatures that send shivers down your spine and make your hair stand on end. They look innocent enough, but don't be fooled by their youthful facade. Now, the legend of these eerie beings has been making the rounds since the 1980s, or so they say. But let's separate fact from fiction, shall we? Most sources trace the origins of the black-eyed kid legend to the dark recesses of the internet in 1996. That's right, it's the good old days of dial-up, the Spice Girls, and AOL Mail. It all started with a Texas reporter named Brian Bethel, who shared his bone-chilling encounters with these creepy kids on a ghost-related mailing list. And boy, did his story spread like wildfire. Suddenly, everyone wanted to know more about these black-eyed rascals. Brian Bethel's tales became the stuff of legends, setting the stage for what we now know as creepypasta. The legend grew so big that Brian had to publish a FAQ, just to keep up with the insatiable demand for more info about this new urban myth. Fast forward to 2012, and the black-eyed kids were haunting our dreams on the big screen. Yep. A horror film called Black-Eyed Kids materialized, thanks to some generous folks on Kickstarter. The director couldn't resist the allure of these creepy children, an urban legend that had been floating around the internet for years. But it wasn't just the silver screen that embraced the black-eyed kids. In 2013, an episode of MSN's weekly Strange featured reports of these spooky youngsters, spreading the legend even further in the vast abyss of the internet. Then things got even spookier. In September 2014, the British tabloid Daily Star ran not one, not two, but 3 front-page stories about alleged sightings of black-eyed kids. They claimed a shock rise in sightings around the world. Ghost hunters were on high alert, some even going as far as believing these kids could be extraterrestrials, vampires, or ghosts. It's like everyone was living in the Twilight Zone and running around pretending to be part of the X-Files or Scooby-Doo. Now, I know what some of you skeptics might be thinking. Is there any solid evidence of these black-eyed hell spawns? Well, science writer Sharon A. Hill did her homework and couldn't find a single documented encounter. She concludes that these tales are passed on as friend of a friend ghost stories, like the urban legends we all know and love. Sort of like an email chain for those who remember, where if you didn't forward the email, an unholy entity with greasy black hair is going to rearrange your cupboard in the middle of the night and make screeching noises in the not-so-far distance. So, are the black-eyed kids as real as a unicorn intermingling with a leprechaun? Most rate these tales as a legend, joining the ranks of Bigfoot and the Loch Ness Monster. Sure, some folks claim encounters, but without concrete evidence. It's like believing your horoscope will predict the winning lottery numbers. Cue the dramatic eye roll. Alright, let's rewind the clock and dig into the origins of these eerie little beings. While some tabloids claim sightings of black-eyed children since the 1980s, most sources point to a fateful year, 1996. It was the year when a Texas reporter named Brian Bethel had 2 encounters with these creepy critters in good old Abilene, Texas. Picture this, my friends. Brian was sitting in his car, minding his own business, when 2 kids approached him. Nothing seemed out of the ordinary until he caught a glimpse of their eyes, pure darkness, like the abyss itself. If I were in Brian's shoes, I'd probably grab my vial of holy water and scream Latin phrases at them until they left. But here's where it gets even spookier. Brian wasn't alone in his encounter. Another person from Portland, Oregon, unrelated to Brian's story, reported a similar run-in with these black-eyed terrors. What are the odds of this happening if there really was nothing more to this story than a delusional or mistaken man? Brian's stories gained such popularity that he became a bona fide internet sensation. He even appeared on a reality TV series called Monsters and Mysteries in America, sharing his bone-chilling experiences with the whole world. Brian wasn't just whistling Dixie, he truly believed in the authenticity of his encounters, or so he claims. The legend of the black-eyed kids started to spread like wildfire on the internet. It's like a digital game of telephone, where the story gets creepier with each retelling. You know how it goes, your friend's cousin's neighbor's dog Walker had a run-in with these black-eyed terrors. The stories grew wilder, fueling our fascination with the paranormal. In 2014, the British tabloid Daily Star stirred the pot with sensationalistic headlines about alleged sightings of black-eyed children. They claimed these spooky encounters were on the rise worldwide. Now, I don't know about you, but if I were selling a haunted pub, I might just hire a black-eyed kid as a promotional stunt. Who needs billboards when you've got supernatural spectacles, right? Now, before we jump to any conclusions, let's bring some scientific skepticism into the mix. Enter Sharon A. Hill, the Sherlock Holmes of paranormal investigations. Sharon scoured the depths of the internet, digging for evidence of black-eyed kid encounters. But alas, she found nothing but whispers in the dark. Host, Sharon couldn't find a single shred of documentation to support these tales. She concluded that these stories resemble typical spooky folklore stories. You know, like the one about the phantom black dog. The truth is, there might not even be an actual original encounter. It's like searching for a needle in a haystack, my friends. So, are the black-eyed kids nothing more than a figment of our collective imagination? Are they just another campfire story meant to keep us on the edge of our seats? We're not jumping to conclusions just yet, folks. There's still more to unravel about these chilling children. Let's get to the heart of the matter. What are these black-eyed kids all about? Well, picture this: you're strolling down the street, minding your own business, when suddenly, you come face to face with a child who seems just a tad off. Now, here's the thing that makes these little rascals even creepier. People who have been in close proximity to them report feeling an overwhelming sense of unease. It's like your gut is screaming at you, run for your life. Despite the absence of any physical threat, the presence of these black-eyed kids evokes emotions ranging from anxiety to full-blown terror. Now, here's a spine-tingling detail that will send shivers down your spine. These black-eyed children always seem to ask for something. It's never a harmless request like borrowing a cup of sugar or wanting to play hide-and-seek. Oh no, my friends, they have a knack for making demands that involve being in closed quarters with you. They'll ask for a ride in your vehicle or, even scarier, to enter your humble abode to use the phone. Yikes. But here's the twist, folks. There are no reported stories of what happens and you actually let a black-eyed kid into your vehicle or home. It's like a choose-your-own-adventure book without any endings. All we have are tales from brave souls who had their eerie feelings kick into overdrive and fled from these children as fast as their legs could carry them. Guess we'll never know what lies behind door number black-eyed kid. Perhaps the reason no one has ever been able to say what happens when you fulfill their requests is because no one has ever survived to tell the tale. If you accept the possibility that there may be actual black-eyed children running about for seemingly unknown motives, this realization is enough to send shivers down your spine. But remember, folks, the truth is still out there, lurking in the shadows, waiting to be uncovered. A lack of evidence is not evidence of lack thereof. Are black-eyed kids just urban legends passed on as friend of a friend ghost stories? Or is there something more sinister at play? Remember, my friends, knowledge is power. And when it comes to black-eyed kids, a healthy dose of skepticism might just be your best defense. Stay curious and stay tuned to listen to chilling encounters with these cryptids. Prepare yourselves for a bone-chilling tale that will leave you questioning the very fabric of reality. Tonight, we take you on a journey into the heart of darkness with a story that will send shivers down your spine. Brace yourselves for Midnight Caller. As the clock struck midnight, a sudden disturbance shattered the tranquility. Lucy, a loyal canine companion, unleashed a torrent of barks, alerting her owners to an unseen presence lurking in the shadows. Little did they know that this night would forever change their lives. Imagine, my friends, the drowsy confusion that enveloped our unsuspecting couple. They dismissed Lucy's barks as mere echoes of the night, attributing them to the settling of the house or passing whims of the wind. But fate had a different plan in store for them. Determined to calm their loyal companion, our protagonist, driven by a sense of curiosity mixed with trepidation, decided to investigate the source of Lucy's distress. With every step toward the door, an eerie sense of foreboding gripped their heart. Picture the scene, my dear viewers. The door creaks open, revealing a corridor shrouded in darkness. Uncertain of what awaits on the other side, they venture forth, guided by a flickering candle. Their only defense against the encroaching shadows. And there, in the doorway, stood Lucy, her fur bristling, eyes fixated on an unknown presence beyond. The air grew heavy with an electric tension as our protagonist dared to peer into the abyss, where reality and the supernatural collided. Time seemed to stand still, my friends, as they locked eyes with two figures shrouded in darkness. The moonlight cast an ethereal glow upon their pale faces, while their eyes were like twin portals into the abyss, devoid of light, devoid of humanity. A mixture of fascination and dread consumed our protagonist's thoughts, their rational mind grappling with the unfathomable. These children, their appearance mirroring innocence, held within them a force beyond comprehension. The older one spoke, her voice possessing an otherworldly charm, drawing our protagonist further into the clutches of the unknown. Her request was simple yet chilling, to use their phone. But what lay beneath that polite facade? What lurked in the depths of those jet-black eyes? In that moment, a battle waged within our protagonist's soul. Instinct screamed to slam the door shut, to sever ties with this unearthly intrusion. But an inexplicable force tugged at their psyche, whispering, enticing them to open the door, to invite the darkness in. My friends, what would you have done in their shoes? Could you resist the pull of the unknown, the allure of unlocking the mysteries that lie beyond the veil? The fear that gripped their heart was not merely of harm but of something far more sinister, a loss of self, a descent into the abyss. They made their choice. Retreating to the safety of their room, barricading themselves against the encroaching dread. But the echoes of that encounter refused to fade, haunting their dreams and casting shadows upon their waking hours. Story 2. Gather around, brave souls. As we embark on another bone-chilling journey into the realm of the unknown. Brace yourselves for a spine-tingling encounter that will leave you questioning the boundaries of our reality. Welcome to Bus Encounter. Welcome back, my intrepid explorers of the Eerie. Tonight, we unravel a tale of a fateful bus ride, where a mundane commute takes a terrifying turn. Prepare yourselves for a haunting story that will grip your imagination. Imagine, if you will, the late-night bus, an empty vessel traversing the silent streets. Our protagonist, a weary security guard, settles into their seat, unknowingly on the brink of an encounter that defies rational explanation. Picture the scene, my dear viewers, as the bus glides through the darkness, its interior bathed in a ghostly glow. The hum of the engine provides a backdrop to the unfolding horror that awaits our unsuspecting protagonist. And there, in the shadows, a figure emerges. Dressed in an immaculate suit, with a briefcase clutched tightly, this enigmatic stranger bears an aura of unease. A chilling detail catches our protagonist's eye, the figure chews on a cigar, defying the bus's strict no-smoking policy. A shiver courses down our protagonist's spine as their gaze meets the stranger's. Those eyes, devoid of light, devoid of humanity, consume their thoughts like a black hole swallowing the stars. The air grows thick with a sense of impending doom. Fear grips our protagonist's heart, as if a malevolent force has taken hold. Panic swells within them, their mind racing to make sense of this eerie encounter. Is this a mere prank or a glimpse into the realm of the supernatural? Imagine the horror, my friends, as the stranger turns to face them, a sinister grin spreading across their tobacco-stained teeth. It is in this moment, illuminated by the flickering bus lights, that our protagonist realizes the depth of their peril. Summoning every ounce of courage, they rise from their seat, seeking solace in the safety of proximity to the bus driver. The minutes stretch like an eternity as they wonder if they are being watched. If the stranger's gaze lingers upon them even now. Questions linger in the dark corners of their mind, haunting their every thought. Was it a mere coincidence, a cruel game played at their expense? Or did they stumble upon a portal to a world beyond comprehension? As our protagonist steps off the bus, the weight of that encounter lingers. Doubt gnaws at their sanity, leaving them to question the true nature of that enigmatic stranger. In the realm of the paranormal, there are no easy answers, only lingering mysteries. And so, my dear viewers, we are left with unanswered questions. What were those children? What purpose did they serve, and why did they seek entry into our world? The mysteries of the unknown continue to elude us, reminding us that even within the confines of our everyday lives, the inexplicable can manifest. The thin veil that separates our reality from the unknown is fragile indeed. We must navigate its ethereal threads with caution, for what lies on the other side may defy our understanding.